because I realized that most women don't want a man making $40,000 a year. I asked you that 30 minutes ago. Would you respect a man making $42,000 a year? And the answer you had was no. I
didn't say no.
No, you didn't know. What you did not do is answer. I remember what you did. You did not answer
directly. I respect
any
man, first of all, that has a job. So I didn't say that. That's not true.
But no, the answer was ultimately the lifestyle. Would you be willing to lower your lifestyle? Are you willing to lower your lifestyle?
Oh, lower my lifestyle.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you make more than $42,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay, so if he's making $42,000 a year, he's only going to be able to pay whatever percentage of his overall income towards the mortgage, the lights, everything else, and even the car. So if you drive a BMW, what, he's supposed to get a bicycle? Now, is that meaning them hopeless? No, what it's telling them is you've made your choice to allow yourself to reproduce 1-2 times with or without the benefit of a husband, most of the times without. You've allowed yourself to become the physical shape you are. That's your responsibility. It is not this man's responsibility to lower his standards, settle, when he's had to work to become this thing. No one gave him this. He deserved to get something from this. But see, we're so busy trying to tell women that they should be celebrated that we forget to think about, what about your men? We need to start celebrating men, black men, and forget the black men. What about the boys? Fuck the men. What you doing with the boys? All these women with children, what are you doing with your boys? Black boys reading at the 4th grade level. Black boys are behind. Forget us. You don't have to like us. But what are you doing with your boys sitting next to your daughters? And more often than not, women are telling their daughters, get an education, do this, and so forth, and they're making their sons punks, putting them in Jordans and pink shirts, and making them son husbands. And they are raising the same men that you ladies complain about. Prioritizing sooner or later this old nasty old bad old patriarchy. You're gonna have to realize that it's the one thing that's made this world evolve.
Okay. I know you probably have to go on to somebody else, but there's just one more thing I want to talk to you about, if you allow it. I know it's your platform. The dying alone. Because I feel like the dying alone thing, I know my uncle died alone. He was a man. My father found him dead a day after he was dead.
Your uncle died alone, he was what?
I said he was a man. So I'm not sure when you talk about dying alone, it can go both ways. Now,
see, that's what we started off today, right? That's exactly what we started off talking about.
Is that bad for me to say that?
Yes, it is.
How?
Because this is exactly, you can't make this shit up, guys. It's always, when it gets tight on women, we got to make it always go both ways. This overgeneralization. See, here's the thing about men dying alone. Men have always died alone. They've been called weirdos, hermits, loners. But men at least have the decency to leave everybody else the fuck alone. They'll sit in their cabin, sit there eating Hungry Man or Swanson or ramen noodles. They'll even go homeless. What do you think all these men out here are homeless? Show me groups of homeless women. Nowhere in the world where women are by themselves do they not require and demand stuff from the state. It's killing Japan. It's killing China right now. Women who are unmarried, living in communes or groups of one another, but then they're getting older and older and older, and the state cannot support aged people. It used to be
sensational.
It used to be your nuclear family, your extended family who took care of mama and papa and granny and auntie. But now you got adults who are choosing to be independent, making $60,000, $70,000 a year when they're in their 30s or 40s, doing decent, but they're not living high on the hog. But you don't have no retirement. All you're waiting for is one illness or one fall from being broke. So, dying alone, women don't sit around at 50 or 60 years old and not demand government assistance, benefits of some sort. They're demanding something on the system. So, men are still supporting you. And that is going to break a society. We cannot afford it. So, like it or not, ladies, when we start seeing homeless, elderly women like we see homeless men, then women will start getting the picture. Because, like it or not, the coffers are empty. You can't not gonna just be because many women still think, yeah, well, if it get too bad, I'll just go to the church. I'll go to the Jesus house. What about when all that's closed? What about when there's no more resources? Where those women gonna go? The same place homeless men have always gone. Outside.
Do you believe that marriage benefits men too? Like I know you.
Do I believe what benefits men?
Do you feel okay? And because I know I have to ask my questions very correctly with the words. So I know that you believe women, marriage is a benefit to women. Do you believe that marriage is a benefit to men? Like should men try to find wives? Like is that important to them? Or
well, it used to be. It used to be when women valued marriage and valued men, but today, more often than not, women value a man's resources and his ability to provide. That's why I stick in the high value area, because I realize that most women don't want a man making $40,000 a year. I asked you that 30 minutes ago. Would you respect a man making $42,000 a year? And the answer you had was no. I
didn't say no.
No, you didn't know. What you did not do is answer. I remember what you did. You did not answer directly.
I respect any man, first of all, that has a job. So I didn't say that. That's not true.
But no, the answer was ultimately the lifestyle. Would you be willing to lower your lifestyle? Are you willing to lower your lifestyle?
Oh, lower my lifestyle.
Yeah, because I'm assuming you make more than $42,000 a year.
Yes.
Okay, so if he's making $42,000 a year, he's only going to be able to pay whatever percentage of his overall income towards the mortgage, the lights, everything else, and even the car. So if you drive a BMW, what, he's supposed to get a bicycle?
So I'm supposed to get a lower car then? I'm just asking.
Let me explain. That's what a man would have to do. That's what a man would be expected to do. If a man was earning more than his woman, the world would expect that man to get him a decent car and her a decent car. The world would look at that man crazy if he was driving a car that his income could afford and she was riding around in a Honda Civic and he was riding around in a Mercedes. The world would look at him all kind of craziness.
But see, now can I respond to that, Kevin? That's on the man to have more stability and confidence in himself, because if you're worried about the world,
that's not. We can't skip past. No. You asked, is it on me to lower my lifestyle? Well, if he can't afford to go, see, a man making less than you is not used to going to eat the places you do, go to do the things you do. So you're gonna have to forego doing those things. Unless you want to pay for them.
I see what you're saying.
And I'm a smart enough man to know that comes with a woman lacking respect for a man. So we can play around this all we want to. You can say, I don't want to deal with a high value man if it regards sharing it with somebody. I would rather do this, but this man over here is not going to get high value man respect. And he's going to always know that this dude was really your first choice, but you didn't want to deal with this, and you're not going to put him at the same level of pedestal that you would have to put this man on to share or honor him like they need to be. So honestly, is there any value to marriage to an average guy today? No, because modern women are not marriageable like the women of before. They're not. Modern women today are not ready to be with their mothers, well, their grandmothers and their great-grandmothers were. They're not. I didn't make it that way.
I guess I'm gonna live in the exception to the rule area.
But you can live in the exception to the rule, and that's fine. You can, at 41 years old, I try to do that too. But when I'm talking with people across the board, I don't do that. When I talk to 24-year-old women who tell me that they could not marry a plumber off rip just because of the title plumber, and she's a political science major, what do you want me to tell them?
My thought though that I built a career, like that's where
we do not care.
Like that's where I kind of get confused, because if I'm not judging the
your choice, it's your choice,
right? So if
it's your choice, okay, ma'am. You keep asking me, is it your fault? I don't know why you keep asking me this. Your choice. You choose the outcomes. Here's the bottom line for me and you and everybody. Relationships are reflective. You attract what you are.
Okay, I agree.
Select.